What is up, everybody? Welcome to the NonCents podcast. I'm Jada Anderson. Alongside me, we got
Preston Thrasher.
And today, we're talking NFL. It's a quarter way through the season-ish. It's just after week 5, but because there's 17 weeks in the season, we're going to do these episodes after week 1, 5, 9, 13, and 17, and then we'll see what happens with the playoffs. We're starting with our best AFC teams so far. Now, Chiefs. Chiefs are very good. They're undefeated, and I'm a little shocked. They'll be facing my Broncos in a couple weeks, so that'll be a test. Broncos are pretty good too. We'll get back to that.
They're getting better. Yeah.
They are.
And the Patriots, who haven't been doing as well as we expected, but I mean, they're still good.
Yeah, and he's still top of the AFC East. Still got Tom Brady. Still got Bill Belichick. Still doing what they do. They took a loss to Kansas City and Carolina, but that's just speed bumps, okay?
Very small, little squirrels and raccoons.
So like Chiefs, Patriots, Broncos, who were all on bye this past week.
So and now we got the best NFC teams.
Yeah.
Which we pretty much all expected. Mm-hmm. Maybe not the Eagles,
right? But Falcons, Packers, unsurprising. Seahawks are still up there. They pulled out a tough one against the Rams. Rams have been surprisingly pretty good.
They have been.
I am shocked that they made it to 3-1 before they played the Seahawks. And that game against Dallas was a very, very good game, especially on their offense with Jared Goff, Cooper Kupp. They were firing on all cylinders there, but they couldn't get it going against Seattle. That was the thing.
That's true.
So, I mean, wasn't really expecting the Rams to step up like that. Packers, they got Aaron Rodgers. That's a given. Falcons.
Same team.
They're the Falcons. Come on now. I mean, I think they're going back to the Super Bowl. And I'm telling you, Eagles, Carson Wentz, he's looking very, very good. They were destroying the Cardinals. I think it was like 34-14 or something like that was the final score, 34-7.
Yeah.
It was awful for the Cardinals. But, I mean, if you're just watching Carson Wentz, he seems more comfortable out there. Like, he knows the field. He's like, okay, I know where I'm going, here, not making many mistakes. He's getting it done. So, Eagles, team to watch.
We got all the surprising teams that we would not expect to be where they currently are.
Right. Lions actually are doing well as well. Wasn't expecting that.
Probably should have beat the Falcons, but
probably should have played the Panthers a little better also.
That's true. I was up there in Detroit during that game. And then we had the Jaguars, who are actually kicking some butt with Leonard Fournette.
Mm-hmm. Leonard Fournette ripped off a 90-yard touchdown run. They said, Leonard, okay, we're just chewing clock. He said, we're doing what now? We're chewing touchdowns?
Touchdown.
Is that what we're scoring?
Not used to that at LSU versus Alabama, but he finally got it.
Yeah, against the Steelers, against all teams. I mean, what is wrong with the Steelers?
They are looking bad.
Awful. Terrible. Roethlisberger threw 5 interceptions. 5 interceptions against Jacksonville, whose defense isn't terrible, okay? But back-to-back pick sixes or back-to-back drives. 5 picks. It's terrible. No offense. Antonio Brown, 0 touchdowns.
Blake Bortles put on a Steelers jersey. I'm calling it.
Man, I don't know what's up with the Steelers. And Ben's saying he doesn't think he has it anymore. Ben, okay, you can't just be saying stuff like that.
He's old.
You are old. So is Eli. So is Phillip.
So is Tom.
Tom is old, and some people are like, Tom's at the top of his game. Nah, okay, he'll fall eventually. That's what they were saying with Peyton in the 2014 season. Not his final season, his second to last season.
Unless him and Bill live forever.
Oh, that's gonna be scary. We can't have that happen. But I mean, Peyton Manning in that 2014 season was balling out. He threw 39 touchdown passes that season. He was second in the league behind Andrew Luck. But it was in week 15-ish against the Chargers, that's when he kind of just fell off. Couldn't get together week 15, week 16. Couldn't even put anything together against the Raiders in week 17. But it could happen just like that.
The Giants too. They went from looking like a playoff team to absolutely turning into the Browns.
Trash. Just straight garbage.
Their wide receivers just
they died.
Went through a garbage truck.
I don't know who tapes the wide receivers' ankles, but they're fired.
That's true.
He lost his job. I guarantee it.
He's probably getting death threats.
He really is. He's got to be. I mean, how do you just let 4 receivers go down with foot or ankle injuries, and 3 of them end up on injured reserve? 3. The Giants finished the game with 1 active receiver and 3 tight ends. That's it.
We got the Raiders. Thank God we got E.J. Manuel because Derek Carr cannot stay healthy to save his life.
He cannot.
He was supposed to be MVP this year.
The Raiders are supposed to be really good this year.
They're supposed to go undefeated in my head, but they didn't. And Cooper is not showing up at all.
He's been dropping balls like this entire season. He can't catch at all. I don't know what happened to his hands. Somebody must have...
Marshawn is just being himself and not showing up like he should.
Yeah, but I mean...
We have no passing game,
right,
so it's not like
you can't just lay it all on him. And their defense isn't at where it needs to be.
No.
It wasn't last year. It's not this year. They need to fix whatever they're doing. Giants need to fix whatever they're doing. Ben McAdoo's getting fired. I guarantee you. I'm calling it. Before the season's over, he's gone. He's gone. Jacksonville's going to make a trade for Eli Manning. Eli's going to be reunited with Tom Coughlin. They're going to send Blake Bortles to New York.
I'm looking for this draft already. This draft will be fun.
Yeah. A lot of teams need quarterbacks, and there's a lot of good quarterbacks coming out of college.
And those surprising quarterbacks stepping up this year, such as Deshaun Watson and some others.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson, young rookie down in Houston, even though he was playing Kansas City. Where are you going?
MVPs. We got, of course, the Kareem Hunt, who stepped up this year after being at Toledo.
I mean, just Kansas City is having a monster year, like we said. And a lot of it is in just long yardage gains, like deep ball passing, long runs.
And just last year, Alex Smith had the shortest reception yards.
And they only had the entire season last year, like 550 or more yard completions. 5 all last year. And through like week 3, they had 5. They matched that total. So Kansas City is scary. Their defense,
like the new Patriots.
Their defense has holes. Patriots defense also has holes.
Massive holes.
But the Kansas City's holes aren't as pronounced. But they did lose Eric Berry in the first week of the season, which is a huge blow out with that Achilles injury. So if a team can just contain Alex Smith, just contain him, contain Kareem Hunt, and pick their spots in that defense, Kansas City can be beaten. But as of right now, Alex Smith, Kareem Hunt, they're unstoppable. Kansas City's unstoppable, okay? They're the number 1 team in the league. Bar none.
Until the Raiders play.
No, until my Broncos play. Look who I've got, little tiny Peyton. Yay! He believes in his Broncos. I believe in my Broncos.
On a personal note, I'm fine with the Raiders sucking this year so that they can get a top pick, and then you stack out that team and you go win the Super Bowl. I've pretty much given up on this year already, sadly.
5 weeks into the season, man. They're only like 2-3.
Bad.
They could rip off 11 straight wins. The Broncos ripped off 11 straight wins and made it to the divisional round. We're the number 1 team in the AFC back in 2012.
They could. They just got to keep people healthy.
This is true.
And Khalil Mack has got to get 30 sacks.
Yeah, 30 sacks. That's a lot of sacks.
That's his goal.
It's unreachable, but okay.
Not unreachable.
You do you. Meanwhile, back on the MVP talk, Tom Brady's on our list because he's
Alex
Tom Brady.
Smith, of course, because he has stepped up after being talked about being traded.
Absolutely.
And then you have Aaron Rodgers,
right,
which is pretty much every year.
Because he's Aaron Rodgers. I mean, some of these are givens.
Possible MVPs could be people like Julio.
True.
Leonard Fournette he's racking up yards.
Leonard Fournette could definitely be in the running for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Definitely for Rookie of the Year, along with some others.
Yeah.
Offensive Rookie of the Year is going to be tight.
It really is. I think it might come down to Deshaun Watson versus Leonard Fournette, honestly.
And we got Trubisky stepping up this week to
start. That's true. He played well.
He did play well.
They didn't win, but they were down. They didn't look like they were going to be able to come back, and then it was 17-17 all of a sudden on that sweet 2-point conversion play. I don't know who had the ball, but I just know I saw Mitchell Trubisky in the end zone with the football. And I had to watch that replay about 6 times to figure out where the ball went. And I still don't know where it went. It was in like Jordan Howard's hands and Zach Miller's hands.
And then the tight end, and then he flipped it to Trubisky and touchdown.
Genius play call.
And it opens up their offense more.
Yeah. And wasn't that right after the fake punt for the touchdown?
It wasn't after that. That was the
at
prior
some point.
touchdown.
So John Fox is working some things out up in Chicago. So we'll see how that goes. I honestly think they should have started him from week 1.
From week 1, yes.
I mean, some people don't believe in just throwing the quarterback into the fire in his rookie season, but if you draft a kid 2nd overall, I want to see him starting.
And you traded up.
Right.
Pick.
I want to see this kid starting. I mean, the kid, sure, he can learn on the bench, but he's not going to learn as much. I mean...
Especially for Mitch, who's only played 13 games before that in college.
Right. And he's like, I want you to sit on the sidelines and watch this quarterback who's not all that good and learn. Like, it's
who sat behind Jameis.
Right.
And then we have major injuries, such as J.J. Watt and Odell Beckham Jr., both this week.
That is some serious blows for both teams. I think the Giants' injury problems are a little bit more significant than the Texans' defensive problems, because the Texans also lost Whitney Merciless that same night. Both J.J. Watt, Whitney Merciless out for the year. And sure, the Texas defense was still very good with Jadeveon Clowney and the rest of their team last year. That was only without J.J. Now they're without 2 of their star players. So we'll have to see how the Texans adjust to that. But I think they can get it done. Eli has no one to throw to, okay? I see Ben McAdoo out here blaming Eli, blaming our quarterback. Their quarterback, not my quarterback. This is my quarterback. But, okay, Ben, you want to give Eli some help. He doesn't have a left tackle. Eric Flowers is the worst. Eli, up until, last week, was the Giants' leading rusher. He was the only Giants player with a rushing touchdown. How do you let Eli Manning score a rushing touchdown?
Dang. They have no option but to run now.
And then they've got this rookie kid out of Clemson,
Ingram.
Wayne Gallman.
And they got Ingram
in the tight end, who's a very good pass-catching tight end. Eli just needs to get him the ball more. But, I mean, if they're going to run the ball, they need to get it to Darkwa. I don't know if he's been injured some early in the season, but he's getting healthy now. They need to get the ball to Wayne Gallman. They don't need to get the ball to Paul Perkins. People kept having faith in Paul Perkins at the beginning of this year. I'm like, faith? What faith? Why? He's terrible. He really is. I'm sorry, Giants fans. He really is. But they got to get Eli some help. The defense isn't what it needs to be. And now Eli's got no one to throw to. How you let 4 receivers get injured on the same day? And 3 of them in the IR. How?
There's a curse.
How?
Anyway, Super Bowl predictions as of week 5, they've changed a lot.
They have. If you've seen our very first NFL episode or have heard about it, it was really long. Sorry about that. But I think Preston and I both had the Raiders and the Falcons in the Super Bowl.
We did.
He had the Raiders winning. I had the Falcons winning, and a buddy of ours, Clark, who's not in this episode, but he was in the first one, had Denver beating Green Bay. So we don't know what Clark's prediction is. Or
his is still actually alive.
His could still happen. I'm gonna change mine. Falcons over the Chiefs, 30-28 final score, last second field goal still. I think the Falcons pull it off. They find those holes in the Chiefs defense. What do you think?
Honestly, Tennessee is going to be a dark horse. They're going to make it to the Super Bowl. Playing the Falcons. Falcons win.
All right. So, you heard it here, Zach, at some point. It's not Super Bowl, so it's okay. We can change our predictions.
Raiders will make the playoff. They're going to get beat by the Patriots. Tennessee will beat the Patriots. Tennessee's in.
All right. I honestly don't even have the Raiders making the playoffs. I still hold on to the Bills making the playoffs. I know that they lost to Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah, the Bills.
But the Bills have beat Denver, and they went into Atlanta and beat the Falcons. And I'm upset about both of those games. But I'm telling you, I stand by my prediction. The Bills will make it to the playoffs. And I also said that means the AFC West team will not be in. At the beginning of the season, I said it'd be the Chiefs. I'm saying it's going to be the Raiders now. My Broncos will make it to the playoffs. So, I think that about wraps it up. If you think we missed something, or if you got anything that you want to add in, leave those in the comments. Go follow us on Twitter at NonCents_pod. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All
Next episode should be up soon.
Like and subscribe so you don't miss it.
Nope.
And we'll see you next time.
Any topics you want us to talk about, let us know. And we will see you next time.
Bye.